Welcome to your Daily Dose. My name's Robert. That's my pal Susan, looking stunning in her hat. Before we
Thank
go
you.
any further, tell me about this hat.
This was my mother's, and of course, one of many, and you'll be seeing many more. This is probably the most fun. Not the
What,
biggest. It's not
what?
the biggest.
Tell me about what makes that hat fun for you.
It moves. It has lots of life and layers, and it just makes me smile. And it also reminds me
I
of my
love.
mom.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's in there. I love the curves of it. It has a lot of contour. Interesting, doing it in different places. That was the first thing I noticed about it. It certainly has that kind of thing that Kelly called out this morning, that kind of Southern Belle thing about it, which is just fun.
Kelly would know.
Where are the ponies? I love that comment. And I love, just it's a different manner of expression for everybody who's just tuning in. Our dear friend Susan had deep brain stimulation last week.
Just,
So yeah, six
yeah.
days ago, and incredibly to me, texted me about 2 hours after your surgery. I was like, I didn't expect to hear from you for a while, and if I may share the picture that you sent of many of us before your surgery, is
Yeah,
that okay? To pop up here real quick. Take a
absolutely.
take a look at this. What's going on there?
They're about to wheel me off into the operating room, is exactly what's happening. I'm saying to Chip, hey, Chip, come, would you take a picture? Because that was going with me, and it was going to be inside the tunnel that I'm lying down looking up so I could see it as something comforting, as something forward moving, something positive, of course. It initially was in the event I had a moment or two of unease with the procedure, but I never did, which was amazing, which was truly amazing. Um, but if I had, it would have been, yes, I'm having brain surgery, and I have this amazing team around me. I have 200,000 of these that have already been done in the world, and lots of my friends who have had it who encouraged me to do this. And yeah, there's a lot of and to this too. Um, and so I asked the anesthesiology nurse if it would be okay if I took it in there with me and put it in the tunnel. And of course, once they woke me back up, my eyes were open, there it was. And I just had it with me. I just
Yes,
had it with
I just had DBS and I feel good.
Yes. And while my doctor is doing these odd things, it's cool. It's cool. She asked, there was one thing she asked me to say repeatedly throughout the time that she was making the adjustments, to, I guess, to check some modulation in my voice or something. And the sentence was, "Today is a beautiful day." Isn't that wonderful? I mean,
Yeah,
she could have said anything. She could have had me say
sure.
anything. So
Yeah.
yeah, sitting there, that picture really meant a lot to me.
Well, we're going to probably dissect this over the course of several programs here, but I want to tell you, first of all, it meant a lot to you. What it means to me, as someone who's worked with you now for about 2.5 years, and obviously we've become quite good friends as well. We really, you know, we started out not knowing each other, had a bridge between us with Parkinson's and being filmmakers in that regard, or having films about our studies and what we were doing with Parkinson's. And then, came the, is it worth to get knowing each other further? We could have just, that could have been cool. I have plenty of relationships that go that far and I'm happy with, right? For some reason, I really feel you wanted more, and I did too, but I was like, I don't know. I mean, what's available? And I don't want to suggest an imbalance here. I just felt this openness from you to have more of a relationship. And I want to equate that again, very complimentary to my dad, because it's the same thing with my dad with what he did with Boys of Summer to me. We had a fine father-son relationship, but he wanted more. And he offered me that journey. And
Wow.
and that's where I put this. And
Wow.
I'm
That's
going to check
awesome.
mark that wow and bring us to our next daily dose.
Yeah.